Hey, welcome back to the No Nonsense Guy, where we don't sugarcoat anything because South Africans have had enough of fairy tales. Today, we're going to tackle three stories that prove that this country sometimes feels like a shebeen that's on fire. The owner is drunk, and the police are still trying to figure out which door to enter. So, first up, let's talk about NERSA. Yes, the regulator that can't regulate. This is a crazy story, okay? Secondly, we'll look at Andrew Chauke, who's the suspended Johannesburg NPA boss, who's still pocketing his full salary, while Ramaphosa hums Kumbaya. I heard such a good thing for Ramaphosa today. I can't remember it. And third, the shocking assassination of Boa van Niekerk. Who's next? Podcasters. So, let's dive in. Here's the situation in terms of NERSA's calculation crisis. NERSA is supposed, to regulate electricity prices. So they make sure that the tariffs are fair, sustainable, and don't bankrupt citizens. Yeah. Sounds simple, right? Well, no, apparently not. They bungled the sums so badly that the High Court had to step in. We're talking about miscalculations so absurd, it's like watching a toddler trying to do your taxes. Tariffs that should have been lower skyrocketed. Money Eskom didn't need, handed over. And you, eating noodles by candlelight while paying the bill. This isn't an oopsie. It's systematic incompetence, people. The regulator's credibility is shot. If the referee can't count goals, the game's rigged. South Africans are now forced to become their own regulators, installing solar, going off the grid, or just giving up and sitting in the dark. Now for Andrew Chauke. So, this suspended director of public prosecutions, by the way, who was appointed by Jacob Zuma in 2011, that shouldn't have been the first warning sign, okay? Chauke allegedly shielded dodgy politicians and delayed justice, all while taxpayers funded his salary like some government-endorsed retirement plan. That's right. It took Ramaphosa 2 years to suspend him. 2 years. Yo. Meanwhile, he sits at home collecting a paycheck, a living embodiment of everything wrong with state accountability. The DA is fuming, and for good reason. Delay equals corruption protection, and you and I, once again, foot the bill. The story isn't just about one man. It's about an entire system that rewards failure, protects insiders, and punishes citizens with inefficiency. And now the most shocking story. The assassination of Boa van Niekerk, a businessman, an outspoken critic in his community, like me, okay? Van Niekerk was gunned down in broad daylight, brutal, public, and unnervingly symbolic. This isn't just a criminal incident, it's a warning. Accountability in South Africa can be deadly. People speaking truth or standing up against entrenched interests actually are risking their lives. And while we mourn, we also have to ask, who's next? Who's next? Is the state capable of protecting its citizens, actually? Or are those in power too busy protecting themselves? And no, me touching my ear is not some secret sign to the Illuminati. This story actually cuts deeper than Eskom bills or even Chauke's salary. It's a mirror showing the dangers of society where lawlessness and impunity coexist with political paralysis. So, what's the common thread? NERSA can't do maths. Chauke still collects a salary. Boa van Niekerk is dead because truth-telling can cost you your life. Different stories, same theme again. Incompetence, paralysis, and danger. Ordinary South Africans are paying the price, literally and figuratively. We suffer not from a lack of resources, but from a lack of accountability, people. Competence and courage. Until that changes, the bills, the delays, and the tragedies will keep coming. So, what have we learned today? Well, Nursa can't count, Ramaphosa can't decide, as usual, and standing up against corruption, sometimes deadly, South Africa isn't broken because of money. It's broken because of lack of spine. It's because people are yellow. This is your no-nonsense guy. Thanks for tuning in again. Remember, when they say still considering, it usually means you're paying, someone else is getting away, and somebody might be next. Until next time, use the wonderful brain that the good Lord gave you, and also, don't just believe everything you see or hear. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye now.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the presenter and are exercised under the rights to freedom of expression provided for in Section 16 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, 1996. These views do not represent, and may not be attributed to, any employer, company, affiliate, or sponsor associated with the presenter in a private or professional capacity. What that basically means is that if the Hawks come and raid my ass or try Anton Taylor, I will sue whoever in their very personal capacity, yes, not the cost of taxpayers you ignoramuses.